Good afternoon, guys. Tony back again, Horror in Todge. Hope you're all well. Wednesday afternoon here in the UK, 26th of May 2021. And I'm going to the cinema. Take you guys along with me. First time I've been back to the cinema since it's reopened a week or so ago in the UK after COVID. And I'm going to watch The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. The Conjuring 3, I suppose, in the universe of The Conjuring. And yeah, I've tried to keep away from spoilers, tried to keep away from the trailer as much as possible, but really love the first two Conjuring films. I'm not a big fan of Annabelle and Curse of La Llorona and The Nun and that. I'm not the biggest fan. I can watch them, but, you know, they're more, I don't know, aimed towards a younger audience, I think. But the first two Conjuring films, so The Conjuring from 2013, directed by James Wan, brilliant sort of suspense with loads of jump scares about the Parham family who sort of inherit or buy the old Arnold estate, and basically there's loads of different spirits in there, and the mum ends up getting possessed. What I like about it is they're all true stories from the Conjuring films, but they're obviously heavy dramatised for Hollywood and for us guys who's going to see them. But, you know, I like the fact that they are actually got a bit of truth to them. And Ed and Lorraine Warren sort of wrote all these, you know, files down for people to look back on. And I'm glad they've made them into films because I really find them really interesting and great films. So, yeah, like I say, that's part one. Part two was the Enfield hauntings, which brought in Valak also, the Nun. So great two films. I really love them. I think over the last 10 years, they're two of the best sort of horror films, even though they're, you know, up there with high-end horror films of Hollywood. But I really enjoy them. Great, super scary films. So this one, I'm hoping, you know, lives up to the expectation. I know it's being directed by Michael Chavez instead of James Wan. James Wan's produced it, so I'm hoping Chavez has took some of James Wan's, you know, suspense and, you know, thrills and jump scares and stuff. Hope he can bring it into this one. And the other two were set in the 70s, I think, and this one's set in the early 80s, maybe 1981. All I've read is it's the first case in American history that the defense lawyers of a murder investigation blamed demonic possession. So that's all I know about the film. Don't know nothing else. So let's get to the cinema and yeah, let's see what this one's all about. I'll show you what happens, guys, in the cinema, a quick snippet, and then afterwards I'll give a quick rundown of the film and what I thought of it and if you should go and see it. So yeah, let's go along for the ride, guys. So guys, just got out of The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. You see the Odeon behind me there. So just thought I'd come straight on here, give you my thoughts and review. Brilliant film, really enjoyed it. Great to be back at the cinema. Just fantastic. Submerged myself in it, my popcorn and my drink, as you've seen, and yeah, just great to be back out and about. So yeah, this one, like I said, it was directed by Michael Chavez, not James Wan. Stars Patrick Wilson, again obviously, and Vera Farmiga, and then Rodrigo O'Connor. And essentially this is completely different to how I thought it was going to be, guys. So, like the other ones, part 1 and part 2 centre around like a house and a haunting. This one, like, goes all over the place in Massachusetts. So you get at the start, there might be a few little spoilers here, but I'm not going to try and delve too much into it, guys. So if you want to watch it first, you can before watching this. But you start off with this exorcism, this small boy, and there's sort of all sorts of body contouring. Great exorcism scene. The noise in the cinema of this at the start is absolutely fantastic. It like made me jump, just the noise. And there's some great scenes in there. And then basically there's a murder takes place, and the prosecution basically saying that the guy who did it was possessed, by this demon. But there's more to it. It's a bit like a curse in this one. So instead of having a haunting, you've got this figure sort of cursing people and leaving these totems, and it's more of an adventure sort of movie. It like takes you on a journey instead of it being one place set, one person. It delves really deep into the Warrens' sort of backstory and how they became, really sort of involved in these cases. Really goes back to when they first got together. A lot of Warren stuff in this one. Really family driven, and some hard drama in there. But the scares are done really well, I think. I think James Wan's had a big say in these scares. They're like tension building, tension higher, till it gets to the point where, you like jump scares. It's that sort of thing again. But some decent ones, couple of cheap ones in there, but some really decent scares. And the set design of this was fantastic. You've got some creepy like prison sequences, creepy hospital sequences, a really creepy like morgue setting. Then there's a creepy forest. Loads of different settings of this, and this must have cost a fortune to make. I don't even know. I should have looked it up really. But yeah, just the set design was fantastic. The cinematography was brilliant. The lighting, the noise, the sound effects, the score, really good. The acting was on point. I think the more Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson do these characters, the more they're sort of morphing into them. It's unbelievable, really, the passion they show for this. And the almost love for each other is almost there on screen. It's brilliant, I think. And the other characters in there, you've got a little 8-year-old boy who's been in a few other things. I forget his name. Julian Millard, I think his name is. Little boy with glasses. You'd know him. You've seen him in other stuff. Maybe The Colour Out of Space, I think he was in, something like that. But he was really good in this. He was really creepy at the start, and yeah, just, and there's a few other characters in this that were really well done. Quite a lot to take in though. But overall, I don't want to delve too far into it, guys, to give anything away. But I'd definitely say, if you're a fan of the Conjuring universe, and like I am a big fan of the Conjuring films, I really enjoyed this one. Completely different to the others though. Like I say, it's a different sort of setup altogether. The start is set up similar to the others, and then it takes a different spiral. And yeah, you've got lots of detective work and that sort of thing instead of a straight up haunted house story. So yeah, really good. Really enjoyed it. Great to be back at the cinema. I don't know if it'll transfer over to the small screen as well as the big screen, but the big screen experience of it was, yeah, fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Only one thing I would like to see more. I'm a big horror fan, as you know, and maybe the normal cinema goers aren't. They're just here for the scares and the drama side. But I'd like to see it be, instead of it being a 15 rating, I'd like to see it being an 18, and seeing more like the murders that take place in this. There's a couple, not many, there never is in the Conjuring universe. I'd like to see more graphical, you know, like say there's a stabbing, I'd like to see more blood and guts and more graphic. But we know that's a 15, you can't really go there with the mature themes. You've just sort of got to vision it in your head. So, but all in all, brilliant film, quite scary, really liked it. Completely different to the others, but I really enjoyed the cinema experience, guys. Glad to be back, and yeah, definitely go and see it. So what would I score it? I don't know, 7.5, 8 out of 10, my personal score for the cinema experience. Maybe on a rewatch, I don't know, on the small screen it might go down a bit. No, 8 out of 10 I'm going to give it. I really enjoyed it. Can't give it, you know, too much of a bad score. But there's all sorts of different little subplots. You've got different little priests and another story with satanic cult. But yeah, definitely check it out, guys. Brilliant film to see in the cinema, and a really scary one. Really enjoyed it. Brilliant acting. So yeah, tell me underneath if you've seen it, guys, and what you think, or if you're planning on seeing it, if you like the Conjuring stuff. I really enjoyed being back to the cinema. Hope you like this. Come with me to the cinema, guys. I've been Tony. So if you're new to this, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try and do a few more of these for horror films. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you all later on my next video. Thanks a lot for watching.